Plaintiff Reka Lyons says one night the defendant's boyfriend asked Reka to drive them to and from a strip club. Reka claims later that night, in a drunken stupor, the defendant assaulted her boyfriend and bit off half of his finger. And then she threw rocks at Reka's car, so she's suing. Defendant Shantaria Clay says on the night of the incident, Reka was arguing with her boyfriend. And then she started arguing with Shantaria. Shantaria's countersuing for a bail bond and emotional distress.
Start with you.
Okay, I would like to start off by saying, prior to this incident, I did not know Miss Clay. But on the day we met, I met Miss Clay. She was in a drunken stupor. And she was something like a Hannibal Lecter on this day because she bit her boyfriend's finger halfway off. She was then taken into custody for criminal trespass and battery. So just to bag it on up and give you a few more details, on this particular day, Mr. Warren's father passed. And
Who is that?
Her boyfriend is sitting here.
All right.
Mr. Warren's father passed, and he asked me and a neighbor to take him and 7 other people to downtown Atlanta to a strip club, I guess to let off steam or, you know, whatever, because his father passed. We took them and brought them back. On our way back, they was drunk. The people who was in my car, they was, you know, acting crazy or whatever, but I was like, let me just hurry up and, you know, get these people back to the house. So we get in the house maybe an hour or two later. You can hear all the hooping and hollering all outside. And, you know, I looked out the window and I saw Mr. Andrews, like, kneeing her in the head like a donkey, like, just going to town on her. And I was shocked that she even got up and was able to walk off. Prior to this incident, I did not know Miss Clay. But on the day we met, I met Miss Clay. She was in a drunken stupor. And she was something like a Hannibal Lecter on this day because she bit her boyfriend's finger halfway off.
Plaintiff Reka Lyons is suing because she claims after the defendant assaulted her own boyfriend, she threw rocks at Reka's car.
Had you called the police?
Well, I was on the phone putting my clothes on because I was getting ready to get in the shower.
You were calling the police
Yes.
on the phone?
Yeah, not at that point. We was just looking, you know, looking
Why
down.
wouldn't you call the police?
Well, the guy who I was in the house with, he said they always fight. So that's just something they
But
normally...
you as a woman saw another woman being kneed in the head like a donkey repeatedly.
Yeah, but he said they always do that, and then she's right back over there. So just let that go.
Okay.
We continued to watch them fight, and then they went on into the house. You could see the shadows moving about the house. You could still hear the hollering. And then, like somewhat on a horror show, the door opened, and then Miss Clay was pushed out, and then the door was slammed behind her, as if he put her out. So, you know, while she was...
So you're being nosy, but you won't call the police.
Well, I had...
You're watching the woman get assaulted, abused, and looking at it, ooh, but you won't call the police for her, and now you're grinning about it. You ever been beat? You ever been jumped by your man?
Oh, no, no.
Okay, well, yeah, wait till it happens. You won't be grinning like that.
I understand.
I bet you that. All right, let me hear from you, ma'am.
Hi, Your Honor, how are
She
you?
saw you out there getting beat down, kicked and kneed, and you laughing about it too. Let's get rid of this case real quick, because all these women that are victims of domestic abuse, they don't think any of this funny. Go ahead, man. What do you want to tell me today?
Ms. Lyons is a compulsive liar, and she is trying to manipulate me and scam me out of money that I do not owe her. When I originally met Ms. Lyons, she used to take me back and forth to school. I go to Atlanta College, so I used to pay her to take me to Atlanta College. The day that this incident happened was not the first day that she met me.
She's lying.
Okay, so the night, yes.
How long had you known her prior to that?
I probably know her 3 weeks prior
She's
to
lying
the
because
incident.
I don't know her.
And she was taking you?
She stays directly across the street. How can you not know who stays directly across the street?
No, but more importantly, you say she used to give you a ride.
Yes, sir. I used to pay her to give me rides. Places to go eat, to school.
Because this is a big lie somebody's telling. We can get past this case real quick.
We really can.
You never took her anywhere?
No, I didn't. I never took her anywhere. So I have no clue what she's talking about.
You never met her?
I did not meet Miss Clay until this particular day that this happened.
Okay, how did you come to meet her that day?
Okay, so when she came out the house, she was picking up her items, and then she carried on to the yard. She picked up a rock and started tearing up this car that was in their yard. She tore the car up from front to back. Miss Clay then turned around and started throwing rocks toward my car. So I'm putting on my clothes, like I know she's not throwing rocks at my car. So I'm putting on my clothes, I'm grabbing the phone, dialing 911 at this point when I see her throwing rocks at my car. So she went by their mailbox and got a larger rock and throwed it on the door, and the rock like broke up.
Whose door?
On my car door, and it broke up into pieces, and I was like, okay, it's time to get her, you know. So I'm going down by this, I got my clothes on, I get down to the street level, and Miss Clay is walking off. So I'm saying, hold on, I don't know your name, you know. I'm talking to the police on the phone, and she's continuing to walk off. My friend whose house I was over, he came outside also, which he was trying to like keep up with her, because she was kind of walking fast up the street. So Miss Clay turned around, spit in his face. He spit in her face. And so I'm like, y'all stop. When I told her to stop, you know, them to stop doing it because it's a man and a woman, Miss Clay then came to me and started trying to fight me.
Let's start with the car. Why do you think she was damaging your car?
I have no clue.
All right.
I have no clue.
All right. Did this happen?
No.
Tell me what happened.
She took us. She took us. Her and her boyfriend. It took 2 cars because she has a small little Beetle, and her boyfriend has a small car. So it was like 6 of us because we had my sister.
Doing what?
Huh?
6 of you all doing
We
what?
We was going downtown Atlanta to a bar, and then we went to the Ferris wheel. We was just having a night out because my father-in-law, he had passed. So we was celebrating the repassing and all this. So we end up, that's how I know her. She give us rides. We pay her to get us a ride. We call her.
Yeah, didn't you say you went downtown with them or something?
No, this was on the night that it happened.
But she don't know me.
Right, but you didn't go?
No, they paid us to take them and bring them back.
This was before or after the incident?
No, this was before the incident.
But you said you never met her until
I
the
met her
incident.
this day. She picked up a rock and started tearing up this car that was in their yard. She tore the car up from front to back. Miss Clay then turned around and started throwing rocks toward my car. So I'm putting on my clothes, like I know she's not throwing rocks at my car. So I'm putting on my clothes, I'm grabbing the phone, dialing 911 at this point when I see her throwing rocks at my car.
Plaintiff Reka Lyons is suing because she claims after the defendant assaulted her own boyfriend, she threw rocks at Reka's car.
So you had just given her a ride?
Just
early.
to the strip club that night.
And back?
Yeah, this was the same night.
Right, and back.
And
then you saw the woman who had been in your car who you had given a ride to. You saw her being kneed all in the head.
Well, she
and
wasn't
you did
in my
nothing.
car. She wasn't in my car.
But
She
you,
was in my
you did know her by then.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Go ahead.
I didn't know.
Okay,
I got
and
you. Yeah.
okay, so they dropped us off. We paid them, so we asked them, okay, is it okay for us to call you guys back to come pick us up? They like, yeah, sure, cool, okay, fine. Time for us to leave, probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. They get there, they pick us up. Her and her boyfriend, they're driving 2 separate cars. He's in the truck, she's in her car, and they park in front of the strip club like this. Like downtown Atlanta is very packed or whatever. They park in the middle of downtown. They're arguing, they're fussing, and they're fighting. Whatever. We get in the car. We have to deal with them arguing back and forth and stopping traffic all the way until we get to our house because we rode with them. So when we finally did get to our house, the man who she was with, her boyfriend, husband, fiance, whoever he's supposed to be, he parked his car in his driveway. He didn't want her car in his driveway, so she asked me, can I park my car right here? I'm going to leave in a while. Okay, fine, yes, you can park your car in my driveway. I had no problem with her. Fine. We get in the house, and well, me and my sister-in-law, brother, and everybody, we get in the house. Well, we really sit on the porch. They go turn some music on in the house. I don't drink for one. We get in the house, they turn the music on. So me and my sister-in-law sit on the porch. She was crying about her dad. So I'm really trying to be there for her. And then that's when Miss Lyon came over in her car. Her car was keep in mind, her car was in my driveway. She went and sat in her car. She sat in her car for a few minutes doing whatever it was she was doing. So then she got out the car and was like, y'all bees need to stay out of my business. Hold on, babe, ain't nobody in your business. We have nothing to do with you and your boyfriend got going on. So she just kept on whatever, like, cause her boyfriend is standing outside of his window yelling at her. She's yelling at him. Whatever. She don't even stay over there, so she was just over there, whatever. Me and her are arguing back and forth in my yard. So I was finna ask her to leave out my yard. She was standing in my driveway. I walked up and We met in my driveway. So she started talking. She was like, so you got beef, you want to fight?
Ma'am, please be quiet. I believe everything she's saying, and I believe nothing you said. She's very descriptive. You were very vague. First, you said you didn't know her at all until that incident. Then it became, I knew her earlier in the day because I gave her a ride early in the day. And then you say, first you watched because you didn't want to get involved because your boyfriend say they always do that, like you all didn't know him, when in fact you had been riding together earlier that night by your own admission. You say you saw her damaging your car. You had no idea why she would do such a thing. Now I see why you did know all this happened. Your case is dismissed. I believe you've perjured yourself, and I believe everything you say. Have a good day. Judgment for the counterclaimant. Have a good day.
Prior to this, I don't know Miss Clay, and I'm glad this is over with because glad I never knew her.
Okay, I just wish her the best in her future. That's it.